in freedom struggle. Key features are mass participation, non-violence, breaking unjust laws, and promoting Khadi indigenous product. Then the outcome. So Gandhi Irvin Pact and international attention. Bengal School of Art. So impact on model Indian painting. So revival of Indian artistic tradition and distinct Indian identity. Stupa architecture. So Stupa of Sanchi. So religious significance. Uh, Iconic representation, Jatak tales, relics, Sariputra and Modh Gyana. Then the political dynamics. So Mauryan patronage by Ashoka and Shunga expansion and Satmana contribution in Stupa architecture. The Indian society, the social entrepreneurship. So key aspects are mission driven approach, innovation, scalability and sustainability and stakeholder engagement. Then the contribution to societal change, financial inclusion, business correspondence, and agriculture and rural development, green, digital green, and skill development and employment, labor net. Then comes the manual scavenging. So, the persistent reason is the inadequate implementation of law, social caste discrimination, lack of alternative livelihood, and inadequate infrastructure. Then the Namaste scheme. So the implementing manual scavenging, promoting mechanization, safety and equipment position and livelihood assistance and IEC in campaign. Then comes the geography. So geography is weathering. So the key process of weathering are the physical weathering. So physical weathering by frost weathering and thermal expansion, salt weathering and exfoliation. Then the chemical weathering by the hydrolysis, oxidation, carbonation and hydration. Then the biological weathering by the root action, organic acid and lichen moss growth. Then the impact on landscape formation. So differential weathering, karst topology, desert landscape and coastal landforms. Then the impact of soil formation. So residual soil, transported soil and soil horizon and soil texture and composition. So then comes the princely state integration. So Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel role, lesson for model federal challenges, Patel approach. So unity in diversity, flexible federalism, balancing security and autonomy, economic inclusivity, constitutional integrity and diplomacy over force. Then this come the general study paper 2. So the quality and governance. So lateral entry for civil service and merits are the special expertise, fresh perspective and increased efficiency. Then the second IRC also suggests the lateral entry. The Indian judiciary challenges and reform. So the challenges are dependency of case, judicial vacancy, lack of judicial accountability, and infrastructure and technological gap. Then the proposed reforms are the bridging digital divide and justice delayed is justice denied and fast track and accountability fix and competition commission of India. So the function of competition CCI. So preventing anti-competitive agreement, regulating merger and acquisition, and addressing abuse of dominant position. Then the international relations. So India, Russia, China strategic partnership. So significance, implication of global power dynamics, challenge or to US led global order, economic integration, alternative financial system, energy ties, diplomatic alignment. Then comes the India navigation strategy. So maintain strategical autonomy, leverage economic opportunity, strengthen defense partnership, enhance regional partnership. Then the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, India's membership since 2017, India's strategic objective. So the counter-terrorism and security cooperation rates, regional anti-terrorism and securing energy resource, balancing regional power dynamics, enhancing connectivity with Central Asia, and promoting economic cooperation and goodwill. Then impact on regional politics, so the state sponsor terrorism and China dominance and the instability in neighbor. Then the Red Sea crisis, so the Houthi rebels and impact on India maritime instance, so the energy security, trade route, and security concern by Indian Navy. Then the UN peacekeeping mission, so Indian contribution, so historic leadership and personal contribution at highest level, medical expertise and especially military capability, AICI. Then the social justice, so covered under Indian society manual scavenging and social enterprisemanship. Then the genders, so economy, so the product link incentive, performance, so increase investment, job creation, export promotion, and diversification of manufacturing base. Then the challenges, so challenges are implementation bottleneck and raw material availability. Then the enam, so role in reducing price disparity, improving market integration. Then the corporate social responsibility, so objective Mahindra Group and SDG alignment measures issue, so the implementation gap and project timelines. Then comes the science and technology, so synthetic biology, so potential revolutionary application, so medicine, so the engineered cell therapy, CART, and synthesis antibiotic, helicine, and personalized medicine. Then comes the India's innovation landscape, so strengths, so driving factor, government initiative, startup, academia, and industry. Then the biodiversity and environment, so groundwater depletion in India, so the contributing factor are overextension and irrigation and inadequate regulatory informants and the sustainable water practices, so improved agriculture practice, SRI, rainwater harvesting, artificial recharge, Jal Shakti Abhiyan, demand management and water conservation, Bengaluru example, and integrated water resource management, WRIWRM. In urban biodiversity management, so significance is the human well-being and direct impact by air and mental health, and economic service, economic benefit, East Kolkata wetland, and the educational research opportunity, species preservation and adaptation study, Mumbai flamingos and leopards, and climate change resilience, Chennai mangroves. Then the successful example are there. Then the internal security, so the private sector in India cyber crime, so the private sector participation, so this is needed, and the ethics and values, so the ethical consideration in governance, so environment responsibility and national security and in territorial integrity, ethical consideration in indigenous knowledge system, so bioprospecting and biopartisan concern, basmati case, and traditional knowledge and climate change adaptation, khasi living root bridges, and genetic resource management, and benefiting sharing neem trees, and Vasudev Kutumbakam in India foreign policy, so the relevance and ethical considerations, so universal brotherhood and global cooperation. Then the probity and integrity in public service, so stable difference in implication, so focus on processes versus personal moral conduct, prevention versus personal moral conduct, public accounting versus personal accounting, short term versus long term, and systemic versus personal ethnic governance. Then the compassion in civil service, so role, so the engaging with communities, Swachh Bharat mission, and addressing a specific need, beti bachao beti padhao. Then the case studies, so Rajiv conflict of interest, satellite contract, so stakeholders are the Rajiv sister startup, government research laboratory, other supplier, project team, and public taxpayer, Rajiv family, and end user. Then the ethical dilemma is the Conflict of interest versus professional duty. So confidentiality versus transparency, utilitarian versus deontological ethics, and personal loyalty versus professional integrity, short-term benefit versus long-term consciousness, and ethical egoism versus social responsibility. So course of action of Rajiv. So acknowledge, declare conflict, and reconcile from decision making, and establish independent evaluate process and document process. Then this Sri Sharma, Dr. Sharma drug dilemma. So stakeholder are the Dr. Sharma and research team, biotechnology company, patients, worldwide and regulatory body and revival biotechnology company. Then comes the Priya dilemma. So situation, crime, political interference, and the last one is the uh, so the walls become bridge, and innovation mapped by imagination, tree grows by deepening root, and change whispers before shout, and to stand still is the move backwards, and mountain peak shaped by climb and erosion, and to live is to